Какой я яркий. Надо брать. Все, вроде все готово. Фауст. Фауст. Там код. Привет. Так, с котом поздоровал. Волосатый. Куда пошел мусор есть? Ну-ка не ешь мусор, дурак, что ли? Иди сюда. Непослушный кот. Я все вижу. Так, ладно. Начинаем. Фауст. Не веди себя как дурак. Зачем ты ешь из помойки? Ты что, помоечник? Ты что, ты как наш герой, что ли? Совсем нет никаких моральных принципов, а? Моральных принципов у тебя нет? Ты готов... Ау, чё ты царапаешься? Ты готов есть из помойки? Серьезно? Это чё? Давай, лучше присаживайся, я буду тебя поглаживать во время диалогов. Опять... Чего у тебя так много волос-то? Кот. Ты кот или кто? Или пушистик? Кот пушистик. И сидишь такой, да, и поглядываешь на пакет с мусором. Думаешь, какие же там вкусняшки спрятаны, да, от тебя? Самая вкусная еда там от тебя спрятана. Подумаешь, дорогой корм. Подумаешь, куриное филе отваренное, да? Все фигня. Когда есть мусорный пакет и столько сюрпризов в нем можно найти. Я тебя сейчас подонь начну брызгать, если ты не перестанешь. Я хотел попытаться продать ему всякий хлам, типа бухла, наркоты.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can... Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Да, то есть я могу продать только вот это. Ладно, я не собираю открытки. Пустая катушка, мне кажется, пригодится.
Another time, perhaps.
У нас что-то журнал хочет, чтобы мы сделали. Потребовать у парней Харви объяснить по поводу торговли наркотиков. Курильщик на балконе. Ау, не туда лиснул. Хотел лиснуть на карту. Так, опасно, невозможно, сложно. В зеркало уже сложно. Так это что такое, кот? Я тебя сейчас выгоню из комнаты. Так, драки с котом за мусор. Почему не брызгать кота водой? Я всегда брызгаю кота водой, чтобы он не лез. Она не вредная, а ему неприятно, и он такой думает лишний раз не лезть. Возможно, я что-то неправильно делаю, я не знаю. Я думаю, это самый безопасный способ. Так, мы сейчас пойдем и поговорим вот с ними. Наконец-то. А, подожди, с кем с ними? Тут два деда сидели раньше. А, вон они сидят, не видел. Не разглядел. Они во что-то играют. Здравствуйте.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
Угу.
I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to angry old René first.
А, ну ладно, кушай свой сэндвич.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time I bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway.
Я
They're way
решил
past
поддаться.
their prime.
Я беру шар бросаю.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrated, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball. An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
Я так и знал, что он какую-то херню сделал.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit. wasn't whorehouse or shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful. You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull. No, we are not good, goddammit. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Я примерно предполагал, что так будет, кис. Я примерно предполагал, что именно эту херню он и сделает. Что еще можно было предполагать от него?
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
You are an officer of the law, with way more important things to worry about than bowls. Don't take this crap.
Слушай, я возьму это задание.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Ну ладно, задание хоть появилось.
Yes. Why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder. Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Ну что ты дурака включаешь? Ты же знаешь, что это...
Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in '08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we plagued Betonk on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil. Damn right, son. They lit the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the Coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances around it. What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Коммунисты просто не понимают, как работают деньги.
No, they don't. But I'm sorry it had to be the Coalition. After 8 years of fighting rabid commies, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol. Or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
Понятно, он старой школы, старый.
Failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Exiled, Joyce said Guillaume ran and his nephew, Frissel, was shot in his place.
This is communard propaganda. Guillaume would never do something like that. He is Elysium.
Со
There is
стариком
not a
спорить,
shadow of doubt in
конечно.
his mind that this is the truth.
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Блин. Из-за того, что я шар выкинул в море, он -1 к шансу.
Ah, yes! King Philip III, on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule. Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him.
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revachol's finest years.
Понятно.
Of course, clarity of vision, awareness.
Philippe III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
Какой смысл?
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
Да, понятно, что придумают оправдание. Вот так вот.
From what I've seen of the officers of the Elysium... But I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies. Right.
Что? Я нашел твою будку?
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday. No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Нет, пакет для Тары я не отдам. Так. Ну как бы, да, дал старику работу. Ну, он человек говно. У него всякие мотивы какие-то есть дополнительные. Всех стариков на рынок труда.
Look, officer, can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
Да, конечно. А, фотография, да, я же нашел.
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Ну, понятно.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Ты знаешь что-нибудь о повешенном?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement, but this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the Union is the law, so can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties. But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. Don't you, officer? Really, officer. Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see who comes out on top.
Какой бред.
Gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this matter further.
Ну ладно. Короче, давай. Шарф-то твой достать, говоришь, надо. Короче, с пацанами потрындел. Че, идея у меня еще не освоилась. 89%. И у нас появились очки. Очки. В авторитет, что ли, кинуть? Или во внутреннюю империю? Или концептуализацию? Хочу в концептуализацию, чтобы больше красоты в мире видеть. Штяк.
Why does art inspire you so?
Сразу же, да?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined. Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too. Of course not. It's autism, box drawing, masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of the pure arts. Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Стань арт-копом. Нормально, мне нравится.
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Да, я буду арт-копом. Почему нет?
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street. You must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Я не знаю. У нас появилась новая мысль, которую нужно обдумать. Настоящее художественное образование. На время дает -1 к восприятию. На время. Прям у нас набираются мысли. Вот это нам точно нужно. Я вот не знаю, нужно ли нам вот это вот. Да, наверное, нужен. Это мы еще пока не закончили, 5 минут осталось. Каким? Иди-ка сюда.
Yes?
You pick over what's left of your frontal cortex, but no compelling explanations emerge.
Понятно, я все-таки
What about
тупой.
me?
Да все, забей.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Лейтенант, я даже признался, я все не хотел нажимать, но давайте нажмем.
And what has led you to this conclusion? That is a common side effect of overindulgence. It will pass. I find that highly unlikely. It's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in a crime until the perpetrator is apprehended, especially when the investigation is dragging. So let's get back to it, shall we?
Ладно, успокоил, я не убийца. Ну и опыт немножко капнул. Хорошо. А как мне достать шар, если я его выбросил в воду? Ладно, потом будем решать эту задачу. Мне вот интересно, там место такое, где как будто было граффити. Может быть, теперь я смогу его прочувствовать.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Все равно 17, да? Нет, пока ладно. Пока не трогаем. Так, вообще, что у меня по заданию? Надо идти поговорить с мужиками в бар. Показалось, мусор. Идти болтать с мужиками в бар. Ну, ладно. Пойдем болтать с мужиками в бар. Все удалили. Ирина. Ирина. Почему? Ну ладно. Ладно, ладно, не страшно. Все равно все прочитал. Да я не стал брызгать его водой. Я вас послушал. Я не стал.
Can I help you? You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked.
Ладно. Может, ты еще что-нибудь не расскажешь, глупенькая?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
Прости, Глен.
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn, they aren't.
This didn't change her opinion of you.
Ну и ладно. У меня мысль готова.
Kingdom of Conscience.
Королевство совести.
The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God
Очень
is
мелкий
in his
текст.
heaven.
Я просто не
Everything
представляю, как
is
он на
normal
телефоне.
on earth.
Прочитать вам, Ирин? Или все видно, все понятно, все было слышно? Ну, надеюсь, у вас получилось прочитать. Мне очень лениво читать мелкий текст. Так, отлично. Теперь у меня... Что увеличена логика и... Сила духа и логика увеличен максимум. О, вот здесь видно лучше. Ай. Сейчас я прочитаю тогда. Так. Где там? Королевство совести будет точно таким же, как и сейчас. У моралистов на самом деле нет убеждений. Да, иногда они натыкаются на что-то, словно на игрушку, которую ребенок бросил на ковер. Такую игрушку немедленно нужно положить на место, а ребенка отругать. Центризм никак не связан с изменениями. Пусть даже небольшими. Центризм — это контроль над собой и над всем миром. Так осуществите его. Посмотрите в небо, на темные силуэты зависших над городом аэростатов коалиции. Спроси себя, есть ли в морализме что-то зловещее, и найдешь ответ – нет. Бог в царстве своем, и все спокойно на земле. Ну вот теперь, типа, я моралист и центрист.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
У меня авторитет 6. Почему я ничего не могу с ним сделать? Пожалуйста. Так, продолжаем. Мы пока не будем об этом говорить, мы скажем и вот про это. Так-то бы авторитет поднять. Может, пока не говорить с ним. Может, пока сходить... Оставим пока. Я хочу поднять авторитет, чтобы попроще с ними было разговаривать. А сейчас мы сходим, возьмем ключ от квартиры, откроем квартиру, зайдем в квартиру, обнесем квартиру. Надеюсь, с кем не будет против. Деньги нужны, 20-ку не хватает 4. Конечно, не хочется ничего делать для этого Эрара. Но вдруг он реально поможет найти пистолет и удостоверение. А с пистолетом можно уже пойти поговорить с Куно. Если вы понимаете, о чем я говорю. Ну, может, нельзя, не знаю. Но я бы взял пистолет, пошел и поговорил с Куно. Так, и бутылки вроде у меня были, надо продать. Авторитет, значит, надо поднять. Стоять и угрожать ему стволом.
The tear machines. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Всего лишь. Блин, жалко нет в игре какого-нибудь способа зарабатывать денежку, ну, я не знаю. Ну, типа, есть, я уверен, что есть какой-то, типа, выписывать штрафы, брать за взятки и вот всякое такое, вымогать, выпрашивать деньги. Ну, что-нибудь такое более честное, я не знаю. Бутылки бы постепенно бы восстанавливались.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
Хорошо, я постараюсь не зевать.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Of course, I got you. You don't know anything. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Ну, я это делаю не ради политики.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard. Who he is, and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes? Come on. He's just trying to keep the peace.
Есть только один закон, друг мой. И закон это я.
Why not? Must be nice being something else for a change. The rest of us are just folks.
Ладно. Почему бастуете?
We're negotiating our share. Aye. All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Нельзя брать чужое.
Then how can anything ever be mine? But that's okay. We don't have to agree. The prairie is wide enough for all of us. I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman. I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties. Watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish. He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Да прямо уж.
Not you, you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door. This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Sure, I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, Having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends. No. No. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide, yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider, if need be, an endless torrent of time.
Ключ мы получили. А с энциклопедией мы не договорились. Вот это я понял, короче, один из наемников. Ничего больше у нас тут нет. Так, ну пойдемте откроем дверь. Как наверх попасть? Хотелось бы попасть наверх, поговорить с еще одним человеком. Что-то кажется, он там портится, трубчик-то наш. А, не здесь же.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Я хочу ботинки.
So you can sneak out of your room maybe.
Ну да.
After he's gone to sleep.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Где у тебя есть перчатки?
I hope.
Так. Или не, мы не будем его пока осматривать. Сначала я стащу с него ботинки. Ночью.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen! Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. they will also make you into an idiot.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Alright, Pickle, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you.
Задание купить штаны у Куна. Офигеть. Деньги давайте.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Такой тупой вопрос просто. Какая кружка? Ты дурак, офицер.
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker, cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
Это, понятно, типа он про российскую кружку рассуждает, окей.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2 together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Блин, эмпатии побольше, чтобы... Эмпатия и авторитет мне нужно качать сейчас. Эмпатия и авторитет. Ладно. Что пойдет? А, с другой стороны. А ночью надо будет пойти за это. За обувью.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp. You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in? Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about. If the Merc Tribunal happens before we solve this, we are looking at casualties. What's one unlocked door compared to that? On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrart we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it. Yes.
Хороший
Presenting
вариант.
a fabrication is known to get results here and there.
Так.
You took this task. You make the call.
Мне надо пойти выключить суп. Я сейчас приду. Минуту. Да, кот побежал. Так, у меня 2 литра супа. Надо его будет съесть обязательно. Так.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door.
Я не буду открывать дверь. Я скажу, что открыл. Ну, кто проверит. Только я боюсь, что меня могут поймать на лжи, потому что я такой себе лгун. Ну, давайте попробуем сходить к Эрару и сказать, что мы все открыли. Ну или к Маньяне. Или как там его, зови меня. Маньячи. Мариачи. Мне кажется, это была проверка. Можно ли нам доверять? Мы типа такие сделали, но на самом деле не сделали.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Нет, надо идти к Эрару. Кажется. такой сушняк, что-то мне прям хочется пить и пить и пить. Я бы, наверное, кружки 2 таких выпил. Ну, нельзя. Слишком много жижи тоже нельзя пить. Сейчас так не хочется идти к Эрару. Но попытка его обмануть радует меня. Эрару. Эрару. Беготня такая начинается. Потом еще между 2 островами бегать. Через канал. Купите книгу. Где деньги взять на книгу? Только не заставляй меня снова на стул садиться.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
Сам за себя.
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart, too. How can I help you today? Are you shitting me, Harry? Did you not really open the door and are now just telling me you did? You're a wild one, Harry. Oh, Harry, you don't need to get back to me. You need to open the door. Very simple, really. I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. I love your initiative. Knowing you're out there keeping things running lets me focus on the big picture stuff. Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew, stronger, stopped it, strike. I'm just gonna let you surprise me, Harry.
Как я хочу в него выстрелить.
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I
Ну,
need
хоть на стул не
to see
сел.
what his game is first.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out with my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Asking too many questions will make you look weak. You should maybe focus on the folder.
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
Друзья в нашей организации, да?
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Как мне хочется фигачить драму в него, но... У меня вроде был какой-то шмот на драму, или мне кажется? Нет, не было. Пофиг, давайте.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you.
Это хорошо.
A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Хочу ли я вообще вот это все ему рассказывать? Он мерзкая рыба в воде, которая умеет давать взятки, и вообще совести у него никакой, и лгать он умеет лучше, чем я.
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Я встретился с Джойс.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here. We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I helped you get the body down. And I'm helping you find your gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
So nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Забаррикадировался там у себя.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Че он там?
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me. It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
He seems happy about the prospect of you telling Joyce about your conversations.
No, Harry. I'm perfectly neutral and 100% for transparency. I know people say a lot of bad things about the Debardairs Union, but we are actually squeaky clean.
Yes, he really doesn't seem to mind. Sure, he thinks. It's about transparency.
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
В морду бы тебе дать.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Какой-то сексизм.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
That much is true. His heart truly is in it, though you wouldn't think so by looking at him. If it's spilled blood you're looking for, then there certainly isn't any in his expression or demeanor now.
Ну ладно.
Yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Evrart doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Не хочу ему, блин, больше ничего рассказать. Пошел нафиг.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
И дверь не хочу открывать. Ну, видимо, придется. Видимо, придется. Тем более, Кицураги не против. А если супер честный и крутой Кицураги не против, то значит ничего страшного. Что-то я думал, мы дольше с ним поболтаем. Но нет. Что у нас уже 1,5 часа? До 2 посидим ведь, да? Я бы вообще подольше посидел, но все зависит не только от меня. Подожди. Так, продолжаем. Точно тут больше ничего нет? Нет, точно ничего нет. Че бы обыскать-то? Ну ладно, сейчас откроем дверь в квартиру и пойдем обыщем квартиру. Пофигу. Деньги нужны. Все для следствия. Такой я себе представитель, да? Королевство спокойствия и справедливости, или как там, совести. Да ты чего, спускайся, дурачок. Дурачок, спускайся. Почему в меня никто не верит? Почти никого не могу уговорить из врагов, то что они чмошники, а я классный. Ладно.
The door to the weasel. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver.
Сюда тоже без кицураги пойдем. Или с кицураги? Нет, с кицураги можно, наверное. Зачем ждать вечера? Пу-пу-пу-пу. Так, магний.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty. This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag. It is but one of the many strange optic atmospheric phenomena of this wondrous archipelago. You're sure you once saw sundogs in your youth, and blue flares.
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing. The lieutenant does not bow to the flag. It accepts your salute with quiet dignity. It is not my flag, he thinks. My flag is the signal blue of the zone of control.
О, рубашечка.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others. A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn.
Это российские кружки, что ли?
The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures. The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much. This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
Кружка в мусорке, которая должна быть закрыта, сходится с кружками, что стоят здесь. Так что тут какая-то есть связь.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
Блин, опять идти к Эврару, не хочу. Эвру. Блин, ну бабок здесь не было, к сожалению. Опять к Эвру. Я не хочу. Не хочу бежать к нему. Можно быстро перемещение? Было бы удобно. Дождь пошел. Мне нужен опыт, мне нужен авторитет. Без авторитета я не пойду к пацанам. Это точно. Где бы взять авторитетом? Где бы взять опытом? Так, что? Рубашку носу. Точно, что дает? Логика. Рубашка на логику. Ну это рубашка на концептуализацию. Понятно. Так. Я бы хотел... Так, 80% осталось. Давайте почитаем кусочек книжки какой-нибудь небольшой этой про птиц.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues. This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang-bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated. Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
Это прям точно про нашего чувака. Точно Гарри.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, Cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Какая жесть.
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Забавно. Давайте про обычную какаду.
Despite its banging name, the bang-bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly grey and white. The Seminoles name, Bang Bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
Все, я что хотел, то и сделал.
Actual art degree. Trite, contrived, mediocre, milquetoast, amateurish, infantile, cliché and gonorrhea-ridden peon to conformism. I fucked me. Affront to humanity. War crime. Should literally be tried for war crimes. Resolutely shit. Lacking in imagination. Uninformed reimagining.
Так. Блин. У нас -1 координация дает эта мысль. Это, конечно, такое себе. Но зато пассивные проверки концептуализации дают +1 к боевому духу и 10 очков опыта. Неплохо. Опыт важнее, чем не трясущиеся руки. Тем более я же алкаш. Так, ой, сейчас прочитаю. Банальщина, натянуто, повседневно, жалко, дилетантство, беспомощно, сифилистическая ода, клише конформизма, кровь из глаз, оскорбление человечества, военные преступления. Буквально надо судить за военное преступление. Определенно дерьмово. Отсутствует воображение. Неосознанное переосмысление. Кривые руки. Незрелая и нелепая попытка. Хуёвая бездарность. Закоренелый говномаз. Педант. Вялый. Отвратительно скучно. Просто один презрительный смешок за другим. Ну теперь я же типа суперкритик. Пойдемте с художницей поговорим. Причем с глаза на глаз. Да, я теперь настоящий художественный критик. Прям уж. Балкон. Слышь?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Does anyone in a city like this?
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all. Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens. Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it? Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful
Ты мы все слышали, я хочу просто поставить если новые реплики.
Visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos. Yeah?
Забей,
Lying
короче.
is cool, I guess.
Никаких новых интересных реплик, к сожалению. Не знаю, у нас нет авторитета этих... Давайте рискнем и пойдем к этому. К одному из спецназовцев. Может, он нас убьет. И придется начать заново. А, нет, конечно. Ба. Ну, придется идти. Сейчас дойдем до него, потом до Эрара, Эврара, Эрлара, до Маржа, до этого, короче. Это, короче, на самом деле напоминает мне квест с детства про Петьку и Василия Ивановича. Что-то вот я недавно подумал. Вот Василий Иванович, а вот рядом Петька. Только тут Петька крутой, а Василий Иванович уже это все, на пенсию пора. Слышь, мужик.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
А что, сразу достать фотографию ему? Рискнуть?
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand? Fucking Bob.
I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time. The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
Че, рискнем? 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 Покажем ему? Я знаю, что это самоубийство. Не, мы ничего показывать не будем. Нет. Или рискнем? Как бы часть меня такая, давай. Это же всего лишь игра. Ты можешь что-нибудь сделать, может, это будет прикольно. А логика такая, остановись. Не надо. Не надо. Погнали. Нажимаю.
Don't think so.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
Так.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. Hard as a stone. But beneath it, you see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melted skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. What it means. I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Да.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
With some strange emotion, this is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon... At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old. She was quite the entertainment. For the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now.
Зачем мы пошли с ним разговаривать? Веселый контент подъехал. Угу. Мне уже хочется в них стрелять, ладно?
Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach. The story must have stirred up some conflicting emotions. The man looks tired for a second. There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless. Odorless. It's...
You bet it was. It's just nature. This guy, he used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place.
No, I was somewhere else. That's just a guess as to what this one little star on his belly might be. I'm just a bouncer. Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But...
He's under orders. And orders are orders.
Go ahead.
All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Ну, короче, такой себе человек был, как и все они. Но зато задание выполнили, да?
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky. For you to discover. Someone closer to...
Понятно, ничего пока. Ничего пока ни нового не узналось. Ладно, пойдемте сходим к Эрару Маржу. Может, что выясним. Про человека с кружками. Кто такой, куда ушел? Угу. Неприятная беседа состоялась с представителями специального подразделения. Ну, хотя бы нас не убили, не побили, ничего с нами не сделали. Потому что приказ есть приказ. Ой, извините. Извиняюсь. Да. Могло быть и хуже. У нас все еще нет денег. Нам не хватает, если округлять, 4 реала. Это грустно. Интересно попробовать борщ с водкой, как они пили. Бодрит ли? Сильно ли бодрит ли?
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today? I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated bug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa. You name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
What's this one?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container. Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill. There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
Mm-hmm.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
Mm-hmm.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Despite his boastful tone, he's having doubts about something. But what? Maybe he doesn't believe the boys really had it in them. They're his boys, after all.
That's very clever, Harry. Yes, they might have said it just to impress some girls or something. But Titus has a bad temper, so the chances are 50-50. Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best, helping people. With a...
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you. Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right? Of course, Harry. I'm not a real police officer. You are.
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
That's him allowing the police to ask his men questions.
Не хочу просить его помощи. Вот это ладно, спрошу.
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes. Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me. Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
You're right. My sleep isn't your concern. Tell me, Harry, what else can I help you with? Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And, of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left? So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Я делаю то, что подсказывает мне сердце.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it?
Вдали достижения, а потом прочитай, как он называется.
I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Пошел ты, ничего не буду делать для тебя.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But he thinks it's your call.
Я не буду сотрудничать, не хочу. Не хочу.
Well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martin A's, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
Я знаю, кто стоит за этим убийством.
As vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
Нет.
Perfectly acceptable. No one's going to force you into anything, but I don't know about that gun of yours. You see, I'm a vengeful man, Harry. Part of how I got where I am is that, well, I can be quite nasty sometimes. But the good news is, the moment you change your mind and want to look into this matter, just tell me, and we'll be buddies again.
The lieutenant's eyes meet yours, and he shrugs. Okay, fine.
Ничего ему не хочу говорить. Пошел ты, козел. Жирный засранец. У меня вообще уровень, который я кинул в авторитет. А у меня вообще ячейки открыты новые. Я вообще смогу себе что-нибудь еще придумать? А, нет, надо открывать себе мысли. Тоже тратить опыт. Эх. Такое чувство, что потратили время и слишком много информации выдали ему. Как всегда. Так, у нас 2 часа 19 минут. Наверное, будем заканчивать. Надо закончить на чем-нибудь приятном. На чем-нибудь приятном. Сейчас посмотрим, я поднял авторитет, посмотрим на парней Харви Дент, где детонатор. А на людей Харви и подумаем. На завтра оставить, ну да, на завтра оставить, или еще чуть-чуть поиграть. Да, мы сегодня бьем рекорды по длительности. Ну вот я прям чувствую, что меня хватит еще чуть-чуть. Вот добежать до парней Харви. Посмотреть, чисто посмотреть. Диалог запустится, не запустится. Если рука не дрогнет, выйду из диалога. Если дрогнет, запущу диалог. Но я хочу, чтобы там хотя бы 70% успеха было. Хотя бы 70% успеха. Сейчас посмотрю, может у меня есть что-то на авторитет из одежды все-таки, и я просто забыл об этом. Минус авторитет. Минус авторитет. Короче, никакого авторитета у меня нет. Да.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Еще надо авторитета. Ладно. Увидимся. Козел. Ну что ж, будем заканчивать. Нет, никуда ты не пойдешь. Когда-нибудь я так встану здесь и такой ла-ла-ла-ла-ла-ла-ла. Возможно. Так, ну что, подведем итоги. Так, что мы вообще сегодня сделали? В смысле? Что? Мы купили книгу. Мы почитали книгу про кого там? Про птиц. Про птиц. Мы почитали книгу про какаду. Так, мы много болтали с Эраром. Мы открыли дверь. Мы нашли коллекцию кружек, которые, как сказать, ну, типа, намекает на то, что человек, владеющий этой коллекцией, выбросил одну кружку каким-то образом. Возможно, он как-то связан с... Или как-то знает про жертву, про убийц. В общем, косвенные какие-то улики нашли. Что еще мы сделали? Такое чувство, что мы ничего не сделали сегодня, на самом деле. Мы выбросили шар для игры. В море, поговорили со стариками, точно. Ну вот. Ну, по делу мы сегодня продвинулись, ну вот на столечках. Может, с трупом надо еще поговорить, может, что скажет. Вот, в целом, надо сохраняться. Сколько сохранений надо почистить? Темнота. Почистить сохранение. Вот, а в целом, спасибо, что не оставили меня в одиночестве здесь. Увидимся завтра. Не в то же время, не в то же... Ну, в том же месте. Не в то же время, но в том же месте. Все, пока-пока.